Hello, everybody. It is day 49 of 365 days of my raw suspending disbelief journey, and it is June 10th, 2024. There is a thunderstorm outside right now, so hopefully my internet just stays stable and doesn't, cut right out on me without me noticing because I tend to stare off while I talk into my phone and not even notice. Um, it's also thunder and lightning outside, so if there's a big loud bang, that might be why. Um, all right, so today was Monday without my kids at home, so I got an insane amount of work done. Um, but not just random work, really, really effective work. Um, so really leaning into the alignment, really leaning into the trust and that the universe has a better plan for me than I could ever make up for myself. So I say what outcomes I want and then I trust the how to get there, basically. So it's been really incredible. I am loving how much easier it is to just trust and go with that flow and release the control and suspend disbelief. So celebrating that. Um, Also really paying attention to and noticing things like um, small little bits of alignment, things that seem like in the moment irritating that end up being in perfect alignment and again always being exactly where we should be. So, for example, we had purchased a small gift for my oldest daughter's father. Um, like a month and a bit ago now, and we were going to send it by mail because there's really not much contact going on right now, but we were going to send it by mail um, in time for Father's Day and his birthday and all of these things. And uh, Cadence, my oldest, had wanted to write out the stuff on the envelope and do all of that stuff, which is totally fine. She's capable of writing legibly and everything at this point. She's 13. Um, so she did that and then had apparently struggled to close the envelope and it wasn't sticking properly. So she had stuck some tape on there. And then she had done I don't know, she did some weird things. And anyway, this morning or all of last week, she had it in her backpack, ready to take to the post office and just drop into the mailbox because the post office is right beside her school. So she walks home after school every day unless it's like pouring rain. And she was supposed to drop it off and she kept forgetting to go. And it was in the bottom of her backpack. So this morning, I went to drop her off to school and was like, Kate, just give me the envelope. I will go and drop it in the thing today because it's starting to get closer and closer to Father's Day. Like, we don't want this to not arrive in the mail in time. So she handed it to me and I was like, why is this taped? Why is this not stuck together properly? And it was like one little piece of tape, like the envelope was mostly open. So I was just like, okay, this won't do. Um, and I was like, you could have just gotten a new envelope and rewritten it. Like it wouldn't have been a big deal. And she was like, I didn't know it would be a problem. I was like, oh my gosh, child, like this is the child who will come to me for everything at this phase right now. She's in this phase where it's like she can't think for herself all of a sudden, right? So she has to come and be like, am I allowed to eat? Am I? And it's like, dude, I have never stopped you from eating yet. Like, go find food. There's always food, right? And it just things like this all the time. So I was like, you come to me for every little thing, but you didn't come to me to be like, the envelope won't stick together. So, anyways, I was bugging her, but I was like, well, okay, I'm going to take this and take it back home because this isn't like we're not mailing this. So, um, I got home and I had the thought like, okay, I could just quickly write it on another envelope, take back out, like go back out. no big deal. It wouldn't even cut that much into my time with no kids here and this and that. And then I was like, well, no, I want her to learn how to do these things properly. I want, and it might seem really insignificant. Like, why do I really care if she learns how to send a letter in the mail properly? But at the same time, there aren't that many opportunities for this anymore, because so much is done digitally, right? So I was just like, I kind of just want her to learn how to do it. So I'm going to wait and she can come home and do it after school. And we'll send it out tomorrow. And if it gets there a day late, so be it. If that even happens, like it might still be fine. And I told her that I would drop it off in the morning, um, tonight when she got home from school, or this afternoon when she got home from school. I said, just rewrite it. We'll get the envelope all set and ready to go. And then I'll drop it off after I drop you off at school tomorrow so that it's in there nice and early in the morning and we'll hopefully still make it in time. No big deal. So she rewrote it tonight, but of course, we haven't yet dropped it off. And tonight, I got a phone call from her dad that there was some sort of drama going on and that he was packing up everything in his place and leaving. And therefore, the address that we have for him will no longer apply after tonight. So I was like, okay, I mean, beyond the fact that there's more drama, just whatever. I'm kind of at the point where it's just like, all right, whatever, like not not taking that on, right? Just letting that pass right on through. um but beyond that, I could not stop laughing to myself because I was like, okay, this morning I very easily could have just been like, I'm just going to rewrite it and go drop it off because I'm worried it's not going to make it in time. And we want to like show him that we still care, even though, we're not actively engaging in the drama that he's bringing right now. Right. So my normal way of being or way of behaving, or I should say not my normal, I guess, but my previous way of behaving, way of being would have been to be in a little bit of a panic, not a massive panic, but just a little bit, to be like making sure that I got there on time and everything. And I would have rewritten the envelope, said, screw it, she can learn how to do a letter another time, and taken it back in myself so that it would be on time. And that letter would have gone into that letter with the small gift that we had gotten him would have gone into nowhere because he, from what I can gauge from the very little information that I was given, will not have access to anything that arrives at that house or at that location that he was staying at after today. So just, you know, the fact that she had trouble with an envelope, the fact that I decided to put it off and let her learn how to do it properly, the fact that I didn't send her out with it tonight, just like, oh, go walk the dog down to the post office and drop off the letter or something. We live in a small town, like it's not that far of a walk. I totally could have done that, didn't do that. Um, just all of the things added up so that we were exactly where we should be in regards to what we're doing with this letter. um or this gift, this letter, like I have no idea if we are now going to send it somewhere else, if he will be coming back into our vicinity and we can just give it into his hands. I have no idea. However, now the gift will not just get lost off in mail land. So yeah, it's alignment. It's amazing. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. And I want to point out that it is not just us. Those of us who are suspending disbelief, those of us who are choosing to be in this energy, choosing to feel what we want to create and to trust ourselves to create the experiences that we want to have, all of that, deciding that our success is inevitable or that our success is here and that we are suspending disbelief around anything else or anything that controverts, goes against that. um and yeah, it's just not only us. It's not just me that this is impacting me choosing these things. It is my children. It is their fathers. It is my siblings, my parent, my like it's rippling outwards. So my children get to have the blessings, the benefits of my suspending disbelief when I have the success coming in, and that ripples down to me being able to buy them things, pay for birthday parties, put them in sports or whatever. Um, but it also ripples energetically, right? It's not just the financial. So paying my brother back affected my siblings. Paying my mom back money affected my mother, right? Like all of these things, but that's all in the physical. There's also this energetic ripple that's happening. And the energetic one looks more like my daughter messing up the envelope so that this problem occurred, and happening to not bring it to my attention when she brings everything else to my attention, and having the fallout from that where she carried it around for a week and didn't send it. And I mean, it probably wouldn't have been able to be sent in that state, right? And very, very easily could have had the gift stolen out of it or whatever. If she had dropped it in the mailbox. So just all of the things combined, but that was energetically aligning my child through these delays, not just me. And then when I found out about her delays, I then chose my own delays based on my intuition and trusting my own instincts and so on. So it just all ties in together. And I really wanted to draw attention to the fact that, I mean, this suspending disbelief thing has impacted every instance, every moment of every day, but also not just for me. And I know, um, Kelly has talked about her husband getting on board, her daughter getting on board, all of these things. And my kids are less interested in what I'm doing. A lot of the time, they're just, busy doing their own things and not asking about it. So they probably don't even really have a clue about this whole suspending disbelief thing. And yet, it has had an energetic impact on them. So I wanted to point out the power of that and the power of our energetic decision makingness. Okay, words are not working very well right now. I fully maximized my brain skills today. So my brain is a little slow right now. But I'm really loving the awareness. I'm really loving um the day-to-day and moment-to-moment awareness in my life, and now realizing that it's not just my life, and it's not just the 3D impact on other people's lives when it comes to where my money goes, but it's also the energetic impact on my kids, my parent, my brothers, my clients, right? My clients are able to take learnings and wisdoms away from what I'm doing and the successes that I have and how I got to them, and then that ripples out into their businesses and with their clients and with their families and so on. So it is just, I love the ripple effect in anything, and just the awareness of the absolute massive ripple effect that this is already having, again, in under 50 days. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind every time, and it's really, really exciting to me. And um, if you are listening to this and you have not gotten on board with the whole suspending disbelief movement, and you're just kind of listening along passively, not that that's not okay, and you are exactly where you need to be, but if you're ready to take on this challenge, if you decide that you want to suspend disbelief, join the movement, and move ahead, um, just know that you are going to affect people around you, not just with your success, your inevitable success, but also with your energetic growth. It is going to affect people positively, and it will also prevent so many mishaps, so many little things that could go wrong, just by your energetic alignment. So, very, very highly recommend. If you're not doing it yet, I would love to challenge you to join us. It is absolutely incredible. The momentum, the movement, the changes that are happening, the growth, the success coming in every form. Um, and not just for myself, Jess and Kelly both have also been seeing financial success coming in, uh, more so, not that they weren't before, but more so even than they were before, having that coming in through the suspending disbelief movement, by being energetically on board with this, as well as seeing other improvements in their lives. So just really, really loving like the absolute concrete proof, and um and then all of the little silly energetic proof that comes through as well. So I just think and it's not necessarily silly, I guess, but just, this instance, for example, with the letter could be perceived as just silly and like coincidental, and, you could make nothing of it if you chose to. But when you look at the full picture, when you look at every day, all day, and all the pieces falling into place for that to happen, and the fact that suspending disbelief on everything else is affecting everything else, then it becomes impossible to believe that there could be so many coincidences, that would be purely coincidence and not a direct result of suspending disbelief. So I just think, yeah, again, mind blown, um, life altered, mindset changed, everything, right? Like going forward, I will never be the same. And if you decide to do this and get energetically fully behind it and suspend disbelief, I guarantee you the same thing. I guarantee you that you will never, ever be the same. This is life changing and absolutely incredible. And I cannot tout it enough. I cannot sing its praises enough, right? It is absolutely incredible. So, that is what I have for you guys today. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.